So, as you'd said to me several times before, we should really capture the energy that Finding Monster Rights off the clock has.
Yeah, and ever since you got back, the Finding Monster Right After Dark brand has just been sitting around there. So
Yeah, it's just been sitting on the shelf, gathering dust. So this is the plan, right? Find Monster right after dark, and we're gonna do kind of between episodes every now and then something special, something extra, a bonus.
yeah, a little bonus episode, not a full fledger, but just yeah, just for fun. Hey, little monsters,
Yeah. I'm Adam.
I'm Allie.
Yeah, this is Find a Monster right after dark.
Finding Monster Right After Dark.
So this was a post inspired by this conversation, I guess, is a post inspired by Tom on the Discord, who posted a little while back a monster fucker bingo.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I also found a Monster Lover bingo, which I think I found this while I was searching for the other one, but me and Tom were thinking of the same thing originally.
We know where you found it.
I'm not dodging any allegations today, am I? That's why they call them
No.
allegations, because I don't dodge them.
Well, the fun thing about this was that both you and Tom were like, "Oh yeah, check everything, no problem, like no reserves," and I think you're very much like, Adam, I need to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, like we know I'm gonna say like yes, check them off, and maybe if there's one or two that I'm gonna say no for, that might be interesting. But like
various features and flavors of monsters is what it shows off.
Yeah, and it's like a bingo space.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So without, man, this is also tricky because part of the thing was I was like, let's release bonus episodes, and you were like, okay, don't edit them. Like, you need to find a job. And I was like, all right, fine. So I'm not editing this, John.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got. Should we just go through these one by one?
Let's go through them one by one. How, Adam, do you feel about horns?
I think they're totally fine. If I had a partner who had horns, that'd be great.
Does Alex not?
I mean,
I'm gonna get him in so much trouble.
Yeah, let's just say a nondescript partner for this purposes.
Yeah,
this is a younger Adam that was on the prowl. That was going on Hinge dates.
The alpha wolf is checked in, ladies and germs.
It's like, it's like a swipe right or left. Like, this is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
So, I would swipe rights on horns. Like, again, you might as well just have different hair at that point. Like, maybe the bed stand might have to be adjusted in a way. Otherwise, like in the middle of the night, like I just hear horns scraping on wood.
That's an interesting point. Now, like,
yeah.
I mean, they make the joke about tieflings, right? Where it's like the horns are like handlebars.
Ah, I see.
It's a little bit, it's a little blue, but also like, I mean, horns are sensitive, so like that would absolutely be kind of an erogenous zone.
I could see that. Although it's also like I would be very wary because most horns can break off, right? Yeah, so they'd have to be on there pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I think like ripping them off would be a little bit violent, but I think why do like tieflings and stuff in D&D have horns?
Because they're got devil blood.
Well, that's true. And I guess why do devils in D&D have horns? I think it's just because they're devils and because, devils have horns, not because of any biblical sources, but just because like it equates them with satyrs and Pan and all that.
Yeah. All right. Next on the list is Vor.
Next on the list is Vor. Now, I was told by a friend that anything involving like biting or like, teeth stuff in general, that counts as Vor. It's not just like being swallowed and all that.
Okay, so yeah, it's not a full Vor. You're not going full vor.
You know, thinking about it,
Just
I think I would go full vor.
listen. I don't think so, but yeah, this is gonna be a swipe left for me. However, I see a bit of the appeal. I mean,
Hmm.
it sounds like warm, right, and comfortable,
Yeah.
but it also seems like wet and gross.
Well, see,
Like
like,
I don't think putting my finger into like my mouth is a turn on.
hmm.
So putting my whole body or more of it in there is not a yes.
It's like I'm saying no, but then on thinking about it, suddenly it becomes more interesting.
Mm. It's also I'm trying to like picture like what monster would have this, and not a lot of them do like the swallow whole. Like maybe like the Cyclops from the story of Odysseus. Like
Yeah, I mean, I could see how that's kind of appealing. You know, I'm really on the fence about this one. I'm gonna give this a half fill in.
okay, okay.
I'm gonna change
Uh,
shape on the PowerPoint thing from a circle to a semicircle.
well, speaking of half, Merfolk.
Merfolk,
I think that this is a okay. Like no worries here. Swipe right.
pretty vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla monster fucker.
Yeah. Now, like, fucker is one thing, but then there's also like the monster lover aspect, where it's like
Hmm.
one night stand with the merfolk, sure, but like long term relationship.
Well, possibly. It depends on where I live, I guess, geographically.
Mm.
Probably not for a long term relationship, because, most of the things I want to do are on land. And, like, what can you do with water? Play Marco Polo and, like, water volleyball. Maybe that's about it.
Even if there's cool merfolk stuff to do in the ocean, like if I breathe air, then like we can kind of only meet on the surface of the water. Like that's the limiting
It's a real
factor.
two worlds, no family situation.
Hmm.
But, no, I mean, merfolk, their origins are straight up a monster fucker. It was horny sailors just seeing fish and imagining, like, what if that was a lady on there? So like it's kind of like the namesake.
But honestly, I would want to make it work somehow. I do like ocean stuff.
I get it. I get it.
I like the idea of like, being more involved with the ocean. That really seems foundational for like the planet and stuff. Doing good things for the environment. Like I do a trash cleanup every once in a while, and like I also worked at the zoo for like 2 years. And at one trash weekend, I was like, I feel like I'm doing more to make the world around me a better place than in like 2 years of environmental education for all the good that it did me.
I get it. I get it. Our next one is Too Many Eyes.
Too many eyes.
Specifically Too Many, which to me is like that should be a swipe left for everybody just by the wording. Right? It's too many. How many eyes are you comfortable with? No, it's more than that.
I see what you mean, but also I'm thinking about what kind of monster would have too many eyes, and I'm thinking about like Ophanim, like wheels within wheels, biblically accurate heavenly creatures.
Yeah. And you're like, and that's a green light for you?
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, sacrilegious.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
About to make a
to me
Nephilim.
it's more eyes than I would like.
I see what you mean by
So
like too many implies a negative trait,
uh
but like,
like it's bad feel demons.
I mean, I mean, they do have too many eyes, but also the thing is, they only have eyes for you.
That is true. But it's too many eyes for me.
All right. There,
All right.
well, there's only two kinds of people in the world: the ones that can handle me and the ones who are scared. So uh, I think that defines us pretty well.
Yeah. Demons. Next one.
Demons, the clearest check mark that I could possibly give. Obviously, like
Right.
well
Right.
established at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly am fucking a demon.
Yeah, yes, that's definitely it for you. On my end of things, it's like, if there's an actual demon that knocked on my front door, I don't think I would be for it. I don't think it's not my aesthetic. It's not my lifestyle. Hell, hell's not like not a good destination for a date in my book.
Well, maybe like, I mean, maybe like someone could be like, you could be seduced by a demon, TM, but not like, you know, not because of that.
Right. It's like it would be like a seduction type thing. I don't think I'm into it.
Like, it's not a deal breaker, but it's not a plus for you.
That sounds like it.
Okay.
Slime.
I can't imagine saying no to this.
Yeah, I'm similar on this. Yeah, like sure, whatever. Oh, cool. You can take any shape that I'd like, but instead it's warm and cuddly. Great.
I wasn't even thinking of that. I was just thinking how good it'd be to fuck slime. Can we start over?
Maybe this can't be no editing.
No, it has to be no editing.
Yeah, Slime's is a good pitch. Thumbs up. Next is just a very weird one on the list. Heat.
Well, it's not that weird. I mean, it's not like monster fuckers and furries are that far apart.
Heat?
Like going into heat.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, did you think it was
it's
about
not it's not the one end of the thermometer when it goes up there. When it goes up there and bursts, then it's like, yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay, going into heat.
Yeah, this is about your partner entering a reproductive frenzy.
Okay. Well, I have to give this a thumbs up.
Threatening to tear you apart.
Yeah, I think that anyone just that has a partner that they want to get horny would agree to this.
Yeah. I can't
Tails.
think. This was a dangerous episode for me to do because now my brain doesn't work. Tails.
Don't worry. Yeah, I'll drive here. Tails. I think that's a toughie because just again back to the physics of the matter at hand. Like I feel like it would be an inconvenience.
Well, I mean, I don't see. I mean,
a tail can also be a lot of different things. The whole spectrum of tails.
I'm assuming that the like institutional solution for like pants is in place with a tail.
Oh, okay. So there's a solution there for it.
Yeah, like this is. I'm assuming like a D&D situation where again, I guess my brain is going to tieflings, where it's like they make tiefling pants and like there's like they make beds in such a way where tails are accommodated.
Okay. I guess I'm aggressively neutral on tails. Like, it doesn't... I would call it a turn on, but it's not like, to me, the best part would be, like, the handiness of it.
Yeah.
If it's, like, prehensile and you could, like, do, like fun things with it, that's something.
Well, yeah. And also, like, imagine hugging somebody and they have an extra limb, essentially, to hug with.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The one depicted though has like dragon like spikes, which seems not as fun.
I mean, I made a very sound just then, so my position is clear.
Fair enough. Claws.
Yeah.
Again, I don't. It's not. No. I think I'm more on the soft and friendly side, and claws is like oh man, every handshake would be the worst handshake ever.
God, make me bleed.
So back to the biting stuff that you mentioned before is fangs.
Fangs, as I literally just said, vis-a-vis making me bleed.
Now fangs, I think versus claws is way more like ignorable. Like that's just like Okay, some people have different teeth than you. I have different teeth than most people. So, and I probably have, honestly, the amount of meat that I eat, my canines are very, are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Strong, adapted. I
Mm,
think I nearly have fangs myself, is all I'm saying. So, I
interesting.
can't judge. Thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'll also give a thumbs up to Fangs. How do you feel about werewolves? What?
uh, hmm. So, pros of dating a werewolf.
Hmm.
Uh, there's bad nights.
Mm.
They could become murderous.
Depends on the
And
kind.
are there like werewolves that just get like cuddly?
There are werewolves that just like can become wolves. Like there's like two kinds of werewolves in D&D, for
Oh,
example. There's like the cursed kind that happen on the full moon and like they turn into ravenous unsatiable beasts. I'm gonna check this one off. And then
it,
there's the kind that can just turn into like a wolf form, which is,
questionable.
yeah, I mean honestly, you get into consent questions. I'm gonna uncheck this actually.
Yeah, my thing's more about I'm just not a dog person in general, so I think that it would be there's not a trace to look for in a partner.
Here's the thing, as I talked about with the biting stuff earlier, like if I have a werewolf partner, I will become a werewolf, and I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment.
Fair. That is a good point. That is a good point.
I also famously, despite my monster fucker tendencies, am not really into hairy.
Ah, yeah. It's hairy, and it's like you ever like smell like a wet dog
Mm.
before. It's like oh man, that all the time in my bed everywhere.
I also
No
feel
thanks.
I feel like werewolves, even in human form, would be like
Like
hairy.
kind of yeah,
Yeah,
take on a lot of those features. So I'm with you. I'm
yeah.
with you. Dragons.
Dragons, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think so. This is just like especially if they're the shape shifting into humankind,
That
like
would
your
help with a lot of
chromatics,
things.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would help with a lot of things, but that's not what I was thinking.
Oh, oh, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Hmm.
Huh. Uh, so I guess I was thinking of a partner with the dragon-like features that could transform into one, but that's not their go-to shape.
Oh, I very much
Uh,
like that too, though.
yeah, yeah. To me, I'm like that's a huge plus. That's just a great personality.
Hmm.
Like that's really fun. But being in dragon shape all the time, uh, I
It would
don't
be a living situation issue, but honestly, I'm not thinking that much about like I can make anything work.
wait. It is a huge living situation.
Well, yeah, you just live
It's
inside a
a
cave.
how much do they eat?
I don't know, a lot. They go out and they hunt, or they like get food the normal way. That's not really your responsibility.
Oh man, I bet they're all like petty too. Like you go out for a date and they refuse to like pay for it.
Well, I mean, you have a shared. Well, I mean, I guess they do have the issue of like,
Greed.
you know what? A dragon doesn't have to pay for anything.
Oh, I guess so. But then it's like all right, I'm just dating a bully.
You just show up at the restaurant and it's like, hey, I'm eating here for free. Or else.
Yeah, so not for me. Free space, I think that's gonna be a yes for me.
Wow, yeah, I mean, there's not really. I don't know. I don't like free spaces. I think it's
I like
cheating
to
at
pay for
bingo.
things. Tentacles.
Uh, it's a little basic.
Yeah. I've never been. It's never been my thing. I've seen it. It's not. I don't get it.
Okay, I was
I don't
going
think I'm going
basic
to
in the
get it.
opposite direction. Like, I was gonna check it off.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. You're saying like oh yeah, sure. It's like another position, no problem.
yeah, it's like they're strong, they're sticky, they're flexible. I understand the appeal there, but it's like,
To me, it's more of the like oh man, I got tentacle marks all over me the next day.
no, I'm into that.
Okay.
I do like marking and being marked.
Okay. Uh, ghosts.
Ghosts.
This, I think I'm into ghosts.
Really?
Imagine that there is an attractive person there who, but they've died, and they're not like going on a date with them, but you're kind of like what's it called? Star-crossed lovers. To me, it's almost like a really just neat story. I don't read any romance tales or stuff like that, but I think I would read or write one like that.
That is very romantic,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the spirits of the person that lived in your home before you, and you share something. It's basically like the movie The Sixth Sense, but you know the twist the whole time, and it's kind of tragic. Yeah, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I don't know if ghosts are a plus for me, but they're also not a deal breaker. As I've said before, like a ghost is just a person who is missing their body. So, like physically, I don't see an issue there. I guess you kind of sold me on it, really.
Well, yeah. I have friends that I have imagine having it's like a long-term relationship, but it always has a long-distance relationship. But it's
a very
long-term
relationship.
Right. But then one day you will die and become a ghost, and they can be together.
Aw, a ghost.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
That's great, unless they try to bring about that early.
Huh.
So aliens.
Oh, I'd say. Aliens. I will vote yes for this.
I'm gonna vote no for this.
Really?
Because aliens can be anything. It could be like some spores growing. It could be like a big old worm. It could be a classic gray alien. It could be like aliens. I think scare me more than turn me on.
What's the difference?
Yeah, there's a difference.
I mean, that was specifically why I was going to say that it was a yes. It's because they scare me.
There are attractive aliens in fiction. Usually the ones that are mostly shaped like humans, but have some fun, exotic features.
Oh.
But I think flat aliens, I gotta say no just in case.
I think there's something kind of like invasive about aliens in a way that I could find agreeable.
It's a mystery box. Like, you look at the aliens from Signs, and you're like, no thank you. That's weird.
But also thinking about being in a relationship with your alien boyfriend or girlfriend in your case, or, Klopp's friend, or non-binary friend. Maybe they also figured out that this was all made up. But, like, a non-binary friend. God. Are we sure we can't edit this? But, like, imagine that you go to, like, a beach planet. They can also take you around to, like, different planets and stuff.
Okay, you're selling me a little bit on that. But again, it's a it's a roll the dice. Like, there might not be a travel bring you around alien. They might not even, probably more than any of these others, like, they're not going to be able to speak your language. You might get one of the lucky, like, telepathic ones, or be able to ET out a couple words. It could be ET. Like, that's not fun.
I mean, I think the idea for all of these is necessarily it's got to pass the Harkness test.
Okay. So, still, I think animatonically, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Yes, and to me, that's I'm a prepared person. I'm a preparer. I want to know what I'm getting into. Can't have a mystery box for my partner. Eldritch horrors.
Eldritch horrors.
Big no.
Really?
Big thumbs down. Yeah, no. It's a horror that's so crazy that'll drive you mad. It doesn't really.
That's love.
Yeah, yeah, that is love, ain't it?
Ain't it just the way?
No, unfortunately, I'm the wet blanket of this special. but it's very much like a they being driven. I would not want to be driven mad. It's not my thing. I like my wits about me.
Oh,
Uh, kind of losing myself in that way would is a thumbs down.
hmm. I for one am a fan of losing myself in the moment. You know,
Hmm.
I
Sure, man. All the power to you.
yeah, I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote a hard yes for this, just because like it is scary, and that's great. There's kind of a power imbalance there that I'm a little concerned about, but also as I talked about a bit in the Cthulhu episode, like the point of cosmic horror is nothing means anything, and that also
Hmm.
means that they kind of have power over you, but not authority necessarily.
Okay, okay.
And
Uh,
so in that sense, I kind of like I don't know, the power dynamic is kind of fucked. But
yeah, it's very. You'd have to be okay being really, really small in a lot of ways, you know.
hmm. But on the other hand, you can tame that beast. That's really good.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
Wings.
Wings, cowboy, take me away. I like wings.
Yeah, I think this is a again, it's that kind of short term, long term thing like, with the merfolk.
Hmm.
It's like I think it'd be great to go on a date with someone that can fly you around.
That's lovely.
I think yeah, long term it might unless they can like wrap around them like a cloak and gargoyles,
Hmm.
it might be a little hard to explain that to people.
I think it's better than merfolk just because, like, at least you're both breathing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm thinking of like trying to like spoon in bed together. It's
Hmm.
like you'd have to be the little spoon.
Um, Maybe not necessarily. Well, I mean, it depends. No, I guess you would have to because, like, otherwise, like, you would be like crushing like one of their wings. Like, it'd be like sleeping on your arm, basically.
Yeah, and it's a tough thing that a tough part of their body that's whole there. It's like when you date someone that had two kites strapped to them at all times. And it's like I mean there's some dates that it works, but other ones where it's like trying to go to like a black tie event
Hmm.
or like going through a crowd like that might be painful for them and that might I don't know. You go to the movie theater, can they even like sit down?
I
Like
mean, yeah,
it's yeah, the more you think about it, the more I'm against it.
maybe, maybe. But also, as a dedicated little spoon, I don't have this problem so much.
Yeah, yeah, it might you might have more opportunities.
Yeah.
Bioluminescence.
Bioluminescence. I can't see how this isn't a plus.
Yeah, it's pretty great, pretty unique. If it's like uncontrollable or like but I could probably I'm thinking about trying to fall asleep and your partner's just like glowing.
I could get used to
But
it.
yeah, that's an eye mask away. I think it's worth it for like how just kind of unique of a thing it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Uh, this one required some explaining before, and I am still a little confused. Not.
Knots, 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 knots. Everybody.
Yeah, knots. What is this?
Okay, so this is another furry thing.
Okay.
So when a dog or canid is mating, the penis will there will be like
Oh,
a once it's in
uh,
there, there will be like a bulge that kind of forms in the shaft at the back to keep it from pulling out. So it's kind of tied
I
to the mate.
yeah, I can tell a little bit better by what the rest of this picture is now that I can understand it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a thumbs down.
Well, that's not your speed usually.
Not my speed.
No. No. Well, that's not your speed full stop. But um hmm hmm hmm. Well, as I talked about, I'm not really a furry in that I don't really like the whole like cartoon animal of it all. But like
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be like a. I could see it working, but it wouldn't be the first thing I think of. I'm gonna give this a half.
All right. Then we have murderous.
Murderous.
Another thumbs down, real quick.
Well, let's not be too hasty.
Murderous, not like murder like light, not like like dating someone that kills people.
Can't leave them without them trying to kill you, definitely.
Yeah, right. So you're locked into a relationship.
Hmm. Well, I mean, unless you kill them.
Yeah, I guess so. So the only way out of the relationship is to become a murderer.
Yeah, the first time you fight, like, one of you is gonna kill the other.
Yeah, it's just bad.
There is no long-term relationship here.
None whatsoever.
So I'm gonna vote high yes.
Okay. Shapeshifter, I think, is an easy yes.
Yeah, who would not?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Think of your partner. Now think of them being able to alter their appearance in any way that you want. It's like great.
Fucking, do I look fat in these jeans? How about now? Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, it's just good. It's a convenience thing too. You can always just change, like you said, anything can fit.
yeah, like with Merfolk and like with bioluminescent, like it's very like, this is a very vanilla monster fucker choice, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, angels.
Angels, be they in the outfield or otherwise, be they in the outfield or in the infield, if you know what I mean.
So my first instinct was like a yes. However, the more I think about it, I think personality wise, we'd run into some problems. Because no matter what I do, I won't be as like good as an angel. Right?
Right.
Like I feel like there's like a judgment there. like you're not I'm not good enough for them. Or like, if I like do a I don't know, like a low key sin or human like error type thing, like they might be above that in a way that's not very nice.
I can think of like, I mean, it does set you up for a lot of lines. Like, how about just a little sin? Also, there is a way out of the overly judgmental thing.
Oh, what's that?
Have you heard the expression "fallen for you"?
Yeah. So okay,
you just get them to
what
fall.
you're saying is you want to corrupt an angel?
Yes.
Yeah.
With everything that I am, absolutely. Can I double check this?
Yeah, then that's gonna be a no for me. Two more here. Last one is eggs.
Eggs. That kind of seems like the end of the process more than.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, not that I can't imagine it, but it's like laying an egg. I'm just like, yeah, nope, no, thank you. It doesn't. Eggs weird me out in general.
Well, I mean,
like in a breakfast way, it's kind of weird to have eggs.
I guess so.
I don't see anything. Not a turn on over here.
It's not a turn on for me, but like if I had a partner who laid eggs instead of like having a more human kind of like a placental relationship with reproduction.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say no to that, but it's also not a turn on. That seems kind of weird. That seems like kind of a birthing fetish sort of thing, and that's the weird part, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a partner that laid eggs, I would probably be able to get used to it. It's like it's not like it's not an all the time thing that's happening.
Well, like, but she lays eggs every day or something.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. That I don't know about, and I think most birds don't do that. I think that's just chickens that have been bred for that sort of thing.
And finally, extra limbs.
Extra limbs.
This is going to complete my one and only bingo.
Hey!
Yeah. Going horns, heat, free space, bioluminescence, and extra limbs.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, they got a real nice diagonal vanilla there. But yeah, extra limbs is great. More to hug you with, more to pat you with, more to cuddle, more to have fun with.
I mean, it's got the same problem as wings.
Sure, but it doesn't specify how many. I guess if my partner had a third arm, I'd be like, that's kind of weird, but it's kind of unique. But I think wings could be a way more. Well, I guess if they have just like 8 arms. Oh, the more I think about it, I'm fine with it. But yeah, wings I see as big and bulky. Extra arms, like, look, your body's already doing that,
Well, wings are kind of just extra arms, except they have a job.
Yeah, right.
I think I'll go with this, but you know what? I think I have to give this a half.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give this a half one because it's like it's not like a plus for me, but it's also not a deal breaker. So at the end of the first quarter, we have I have Vor, werewolves, knots, eggs, and extra limbs marked as half. Everything else marked.
Well, there you go. It's a pretty clear one.
Yeah, but also you got a bingo.
I did. Yeah, I'm surprised.
That's like here. Let me get my sword really quick and turn on my camera. So, all right, Adam, if you could kneel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ugh. Once I turned 30, my kneeling got much louder.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that in like less than a year now.
All right, ready.
All right. By the power vested in me by all of Teratophilia, I, Allison, Alspeta Hamyak, the Demon's Bane, dub thee Adam Philip James Lemma, Monster Fucker.
Oh, thank you very much.
Rise.
All right.
All right. Well, now let's take this out for a spin. I got my resolution done early this year.
What was that, to knight me?
No, to make you a monster fucker.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So you had a second bingo card here that has a couple that we didn't have on the last one.
Yeah, we have the monster lover bingo, which...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, which, how much time do we have left? Oh, we have however much time we want, actually.
Yeah, by my count, there's maybe like less than half that we haven't talked about. So to go through them, serpentine.
Yeah.
Like a snake.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No, I'm into it. Long, wrap around you. Fangs, maybe. Fangs for the memories.
Long tongues.
Long tongues. I am the most into it.
Yeah, I think that this is okay. Some girls have longer tongues, or other partners, and it's a positive.
Great for kissing. Great for other things.
Yeah. We talked shapeshifters, slime, old/ancient. Got me laughing before.
I mean, ancient, maybe, because it's kind of like,
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I said ancient's like really cool. Old, no.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't date someone right now that's like older than 40.
Yeah, I gotta say similar. Is ancient cool though? Because it's like kind of, I mean, at a certain point it becomes like, beyond, like I'm thinking like elf, like 300 years old, or like a 3,000-year-old dragon or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That kind of beyond point.
like just kind of diving into like the mystery of that. It's like there's like a Doctor Who line about this where it's like dating a mountain range, and
Yeah.
both things I could climb.
Oh, no, very good.
I love it when you go like oh, I see. Yeah. All right. Very good sex joke, Ellie. Very funny. Haha.
So we have beaks.
Beaks.
Thumbs down. I don't like them on animals. I don't think I like. I don't think I would like them on a partner.
That's such a like. I don't like them on animals. I never have. I vote no on birds.
The worst part of a squid.
The worst. Yeah, we're not that far apart there. I mean, no, it could work. Like, it's not like a lip situation, but like it's sensitive to kisses. That's pretty good.
Is it sensitive?
Yeah.
To me, it seems like harder than a mouth.
Yeah, it's sensitive. It's sensitive like how a fingernail is sensitive.
Ah, well, I wouldn't replace my lips with fingernail.
Then you wouldn't want to have a beak.
Well, it is one of many anatomy differences.
Anatomy difference, and it shows a hand holding a claw.
Which I think just all of these are anatomy differences, right?
I mean, for most of them.
Yeah, so I mean, specifically the claw hand, I don't think I can get with that.
You don't wait. You don't like the claw hand, or you do?
I don't. Yeah, I respect the claw as a tool of nature, as a weapon of the seas.
Adam, that was the most monster fucker thing you've ever said.
Yeah, but I don't want to hold a claw, you know.
I'm thinking
I would shake hand. I would want to hold a lobster's claw.
Well, it's not also, but like it's so gentle. It could crush you, but also it doesn't want to because it just loves you so much. That's nice.
So it's a no for me.
But it's not about claws. It's about anatomy differences. It's about the concept of just having a.
Well, I mean, I think I have to say yes as not being ableist, right?
Oh, that's a good point. Not being ableist, not being homosexual, I suppose. Also.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know why I said
or
that
actually,
like that.
hang on, is being heterosexual anatomy difference?
Famously, viva la difference, even.
Yeah. So I guess I have to say yes.
I mean, it is pretty broad.
Checkmate. It is. This next one is also broad on two different spectrums. Golem / elemental.
Yes. No.
Well, I have dated Jewish people before.
That's not a golem, Adam. That's just that's a Jewish person. That's not a.
No, I'm saying the religious differences between myself and a golem.
Oh, I see.
Like that wouldn't be a concern. The elemental part, though, I'm going through like the 4 D&D elementals of like an earth elemental, fire, water, and air, and I don't think I would want any of that in a partner. Maybe if they're like a genasi and it's part of them, like a feature. But if that's just what they are, then I don't want to cuddle up with a big old stone man.
Air or water air elemental I could maybe do. Fire elemental would be like fucking tricky, but like I would maybe try and make it work.
That was the Flame Princess plot in Adventure Time.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's the like you know while we like each other, this just doesn't biologically work. Like we can't make this happen.
Maybe I should check that out.
Yeah.
But as far as like the stony thing goes, I think I gotta say no. I think that is kind of like. I like the idea of being held by a stone man. don't know if I like the idea, like, being held and, like, not being able to, like, get out under my own
Again,
power.
in a spooning situation with just a statue, I wouldn't do it.
Hmm.
And it's kind of that. Except there's more like spots to get pinched in.
Hmm. 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 Maybe I'll give it I think I can give it a half, but I don't think I can give it more than that.
Arthropod.
Arthropod, big thumbs up.
I. Why are you thumbs upping this?
Why?
Do you just like arthropods in general?
I mean, yes, but also like, why not? It's like, well, like anything that's not like hairy is pretty good for
Yeah,
me.
I see what you're saying. To me, I'm thinking hard shell thumbs down.
Well, it's got like claws and things going on, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's no part that I'm like I like bugs. They're cool. Do I want to date one? No.
Like seeing like intelligence behind compound eyes. That's pretty fascinating. What's going on with that mouth? Let me figure it out.
I see.
Antennae. Antennae is cute.
Hmm?
I feel like just like rubbing my fingernails across the shell would just like feel good for both of us in a way. I think.
I think it'd be nice if they could like knit things for you.
They do seem like, I feel like they have a like predisposition for knitting. I feel like in sentient arthropod culture, like there's a big emphasis on textiles like that.
Yeah. We've talked horns and antlers. Size difference is this next one.
Size difference.
And again, this is a huge, broad spectrum.
Yeah. I think I like it.
Again, it's one of those where it's like, I kind of have to say yes, because every relationship I've ever been in has been a size difference.
Well, it's mostly people shorter than you're saying.
Yeah, well, I'm saying people are shorter, people are taller. Like, people are wider, people are narrower. Like, there's always going to be a size... There's mostly always a size difference, unless you're dating your twin.
Anyway, I was thinking, like, size category differences in, like, a D&D thing. Like, I would date someone gargantuan for sure, and I would date someone tiny for sure. Like a borrower? Hell yeah.
Yeah, huh. I could see up to one size difference D&D terms, but not beyond it. Like small or actually, that's where I'm at with that.
Someone small would just be like a little person.
Yeah, I guess
that's not even unusual.
No, it happens.
Yeah.
Sharp teeth. We talked about it. It's fine. Well,
sharp teeth.
Fangs are. I'm cool with sharp teeth. Yeah, okay. That's maybe if that's not too sharp.
Fucking tear me up. Don't get me in the hospital, but get me fucking close.
Free space for passing the hardness test.
Yeah, because that should always be understood.
Aquatic. Back to the merfolk. Like I said, fully aquatic. No thanks. Semi-aquatic. Yes.
You can get into a little bit of breath play if you like go for some underwater antics, though.
Yeah, but long-term dating, like I had pruned too often.
You know what? The picture for aquatic is a sea serpent this time instead of a merfolk. Suddenly, that makes me more into it.
Okay, it is doing like a little glare.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Hey.
Yeah. By the way, we should definitely include these bingo cards in the notes, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Unknown looks. That again, mystery box. I don't think I can agree to it, but I get it. I think I like it better than just a random alien. You know.
I like
it. You only. It's a part of that. I guess it's kind of like the ghost thing I'm thinking of. It's like it's a part of you only see in like the dark. like you never can actually see them. They're invisible essentially. So it seems neat.
I like unknown looks. It's like, you know, it's kind of like that Love is Blind sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Of like, you know, I'm in love with the person, and like every once in a while, like a tentacle comes out, and it's like, oh, that's new.
Mhm. So we've talked hairy furry.
Yeah.
Flora though.
Wait, hang on.
No.
I think I might have to say full on no to hairy furry.
Yeah, yeah. Based off what you said earlier.
That's the first. This is the first unambiguous no for me.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. Flora.
Flora. You know, I've never considered it before, but I think I do like it.
I don't think I can. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it a half
Okay.
because I could see it being good, but it like in like a vibe kind of way. But I don't think I'd like it like to touch.
Hmm.
Like I'm thinking bark. I'm thinking vines. I'm thinking like roots.
I mean, I was
I'm
thinking.
thinking like flowers and leaves, and most of it I'm like kind of yes. I'm like okay to no on touching.
I was thinking more like leaves and like green stems and stuff. Come to think of it.
Hmm.
But like,
Well, I like the smell of fresh cut grass.
I hate the smell of I hate the smell of fresh cut grass, and so would the flora person. I think that's just a bunch of decapitated people.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll have a was it interest differences.
Hmm.
Multiple heads.
That's just polyamory.
Yeah, huh. Now, are there multiple personalities to these multiple heads?
I mean, I guess it depends.
Because I think that's a plus.
Okay.
But if they're the same personality, it's a minus. Oh, by personality, I mean like sentience.
You could kiss them, and other things could happen at the same time.
It depends on what heads we're talking about. Are they like right next to each other, or are they elsewhere?
Hmm.
You know what? I think this is the more I think about it, it's going to be a no.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just I feel like there's like a yeah. It's one of those things where it's like you don't want to. No. It's a no.
Let me tell you what I'm picturing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm picturing like completely like normal hot dude from like neck down. Neck above is like two snake heads.
Yeah. That no.
No, I'm into it.
Claws. We talked about multiple eyes. We talked about strong. I think this is yes. No problem.
Yeah, I think most.
I think most people would say just yes.
Yeah, well, honestly, I might give it a half because it's like I'm not against a not strong person being not very strong myself physically, but
I can also see like a top I guess a top being like you know hey no I want someone weak to crush.
yeah, which is not the kind of top that I am really. I'm more of like you know, I want someone to. I don't want to go into the situation knowing exactly how this is going to play out. Like, you are my good girl. I am the strong one. You are the weak one. Like, that doesn't get me off. But if it's like, hey, we're going to find out which one of us is the predator and which one is the prey. Now I'm into it. So I'm going to say strong yes, actually.
Nice. I'm more of just looking at it like, you know, oh man, you have a. Would you date someone that could beat you up? It's like, yeah, of course. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Demonic.
Demonic, as we talked about, is a thumbs up for me.
We talked, yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs down for me. Language barrier.
Language barrier.
Honestly, that's a huge no.
Really?
Yeah, I love communication.
Well, I mean,
it's like the main thing. It's like how can you establish consent? How can you like you know talk, enjoy the hobbies together. You're trying to watch a movie and like one of you doesn't know what the movie is. I mean, can work in some for a date or two, but I think long term it's like, wow, there's nothing going on here.
I think the unspoken word here is overcoming language barrier.
Overcoming,
Like there's kind of a built-in development there.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just like, lazy if you don't want to do that.
Yeah, right. Like it's like, figuring out how to communicate on a level deeper than either of you know how to articulate, and then kind of using that to overcome that language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
But I think before then, like, there's not really, like you said, there's not really a way to establish, like, recognizable consent.
Right.
But like, yeah.
So
I think this is a cute relationship dynamic.
Yeah, it seems like it doesn't belong on the list with a lot of these other ones.
Yeah, like I don't see this being like. I mean, I like it. I don't know if it's a turn on in a sexual way, but it is in a romantic way.
In like the number of monster fucker like occasions that you could have, I think not being able to speak the same language is lower on the list.
Mm. Well, like also like it's got to be recognizably a language when you're monster fucking. This is important to note.
Temperature difference.
Temperature difference. I have to vote yes on this just because like I run particularly hot. I run
particularly cold.
I was gonna say I tend to date cold people.
Yeah, and I think this is fine. Very doable.
Yeah.
Most people have to live this way, regardless. It's the same thing that size difference thing. It's like most of the time your partners will be of a different temperature than you.
Hmm.
Two bodies are rarely running at the same pace.
I think most people have most relationships have a source and a sink.
Yeah, right. So that's fine. And last one's protective, which I think goes hand in hand with strong.
Yeah, I kind of like hey, back off. Yeah, no, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. So I don't think I got a bingo on this particular page.
I got more bingos than the last one, actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I think size difference, sharp teeth, free space, and unknown looks is kind of like the closest I get, but it's like two halves to get across there.
Mm. I said maybe on Golem Elemental and no on Hairy Furry.
And the rest.
Yeah.
Lit up like a Christmas tree.
Mm.
So, well, thank you for joining us for this special After Dark special.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed going through this, and I like the casual tone. Again, this is just what we do normally on off weeks.
Yeah.
So, let's do it in the future, and if you like us and want to hear us talk more professionally about monsters, let's do a regular episode.
Very professional. Very, very the business environment.
And fuck a monster.
Fuck a monster. Hey, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Bye.